Good Saturday morning, everybody. It is I, Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, in here with you once again. And we're doing the Henpecked Duck. Now, I can't really say that this is it's kind of a request from D-Man, my number one fan, or actually the fan that I am the biggest fan of. Good old D-Man, the captain. He loves the domesticated Daffy, and that's why he requested his bitter half, and I did that a little while ago. But I don't know that he officially said he wanted me to do this one, but somebody who did officially said that they wanted me to do this one is somebody that the world knows as David Pez Hoffman, Director of Communications for AnimationResources.org, and who I know as My David. My David.
That's what the man said, mister. That's what the man said.
You'd all be dead now if it wasn't for my David. I'm sorry. Judd Hirsch from Independence Day. Anyway.
That's great.
David, you wanted to do this cartoon. Tell the world why.
This has been one of my favorite cartoons since I was a little kid. And I actually want to point out, the people that are in the credits. Warren Foster is listed as the writer on this, and it's not surprising. Warren Foster is honestly responsible for writing some of the greatest cartoons in animation history. Prior to 1938, he was working at Fleischer, and his first cartoon in 1938, writing for Warner Brothers, was actually Porky and Wacky Land.
Oh my God. That's right out the gate. That's the one.
Yeah.
Then just start with. Well, yeah. Then you've got skills if that's what you can do right off the gate. I saw the online one of the cells from that, of the colorized version from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave Daffy a purple neck band thing.
I hate those versions because they cheaped out and they skipped frames. So if you're trying to study the animation, it's not the actual original drawings.
Oh man!
Speaking of animation, John Kerry's listed on here, and I did not know this until today, but John Kerry is actually from St. Louis, Missouri, same as me. And I'm like, well, I got to find out if that guy's got relatives still living in St. Louis. Maybe we can find some treasures in their basements.
Yeah,
some old drawings.
That'd be great.
Animation Resources, the nonprofit that I work for in my free time, we often are taking donations from people and scanning original artwork in and then preserving it and digitally restoring it. But then we return the original artwork to the people that donate it because an original piece of artwork is not really valuable if it's only hanging in your office. But if you can scan that in and share it with all the other artists in the world, then everyone can learn from it and be better.
I'll tell you somebody that we would love to hear back from that has some artwork is there's some animation of Daffy coming up that
that's right. I was telling Trevor earlier that almost 10 years ago, I was at the Van Eaton Galleries in Sherman Oaks, and he showed me, that thing must have been over $8,000 at the time. He showed me a stack. Mike Van Eaton showed me a stack of stapled together 800 drawings of Daffy doing this Alakazam joke. It comes up in a little bit when it actually disappears, and I can't tell you who animated it either. Who
animates him stepping out of frame here? Who does that?
That looks like it could have been John Kerry. I could see that because John Kerry definitely drew that cute Clampett style, and in the early 40s, he moves over to the Norm McCabe unit when Clampett becomes a director, and he absorbs Tex Avery's unit, and then that's when Clampett starts working with Scribner. Is when he gets
because he left Avery's unit. Yeah,
that's right. But I wish that I knew more about John Kerry because obviously he's really good.
Yeah, and he stayed with the studio a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was there consistently or if he was moving around, coming back, and then going.
There it is.
There it is.
This is the shot right here. This is the scene.
Wow.
If you look at it, it really does look like some of that Irv Spence kind of stuff that was going on at the Iwerk studio in the early 30s on those Flip the Frogs.
I just did a review on Toby talked about Johnny Quest, and he even worked on that. Irv Spence.
Did he really?
Irv Spence worked on Johnny Quest. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Can you? You have to be so versatile to do that kind of stuff. To work on something like this and to just.
This is my favorite part of the cartoon. Oh, the little woman. Maybe it's because I'm married, but I can totally identify when you're like, oh my gosh,
I'm
the
single.
wife's coming home. I didn't get anything done.
I'm single, but I prefer my women little.
So this is the scene. So he's freaking out looking for an egg because he lost the egg, and he's gonna go and he's gonna put the doorknob down, but the doorknob ends up going face up. And the story goes that Clampett knew when that joke was gonna happen, and he said, "Hey." He was sitting there with the sensor, and he distracted the sensor just long enough so that way the sensor didn't see that doorknob go right up in Daffy's whoo-hoo.
Yeah, and for like 15 frames, Daffy was what they would have said back in the day, Faye.
Yeah,
he was Faye for 15 frames. I always wanted to see them remake this cartoon, because they always do that. Like Frizz did that a bunch. Yeah, he would remake his cartoons, but with different characters in different settings, and so
sure.
I think it would be cool if they did a Sylvester version of this, where Sylvester and his wife are there, and it was called Whipped.
Oh man, look at this acting. I really feel sorry for Daffy. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When you
said look at this acting, I thought you were talking about your reaction to my, quote unquote improv just now.
This is a great line of dialogue.
Get an egg. Oh dear. And for 15 years, I've been doing it the hard way.
Warner Brothers really knew how to get genuine performances out of their actors and out of their animators. Probably better than even Disney did at this time.
Yeah.
Disney uses acting symbols, whereas these characters are very relatable.
Absolutely. Dave, man, thanks for sitting in with us, and
thanks for having me.
Come back.